All right. Hey, am I going to wear these the whole time?
You don't have to. You can put them right there. What does Joe Rogan always say? He's like, you don't have to wear them if you don't want to.
You don't have to wear them if you don't want to.
Remember they do that shit. Anyway. All right. Right here, right here. All right, guys. I know you missed this. Let me take these pit vipers off real quick. Just wanted to show them off. But we're back 2 months later, and we're still alive, baby. But we live to tell another tale.
Still watching MMA and shit, too.
I know.
Believe it or not.
I mean, Johnny doesn't, watch as much as me because, I'm
yeah, John, you know what UFC is, right?
Ultimate fencing.
Nah, man.
Right? Ultimate friends.
The only UFC I know is Jake Paul's Halloween costume with the unfiltered cocaine.
Oh my god!
As he dressed up as Dana. Oof, that was dirty.
With the escort, right?
That was dirty,
dude.
That was dirty. But we're back.
Do you think it was real cocaine?
No, maybe.
It's a millionaire, bro.
I know.
But we're back because we had UFC 267 last week.
We're talking about that in the end.
268 this week.
Boom.
And we've got some freaking juicy drama between a lot of fights here, bro.
Biggest card of the year?
Potentially 2 retirements.
No, bro. Well, I think Frankie has
one
more
for sure.
We'll get there. Okay, so this is what we're gonna do, guys. We're gonna break down the main card, top to bottom, starting with the main event, and then we're gonna talk about the notables, because we have some good fucking names in the early prelims and the prelims.
Oh yeah, it's good. It's a stacked card from top to bottom.
This is my favorite card of the year. You think? No?
Yeah, probably, potentially. I think we're still gonna have to wait for that December card at the end.
Right. Because we do have to see how they turn out too, because they could be a fucking Derek Lewis and Ngannou. Like, the fights could suck.
Yeah.
I mean, hopefully they don't, and I don't think so. I mean, you got fucking Gaethje, Burgos, Marlon Vera, and then, the champions.
Main event, Kamaru Usman versus Colby Covington, part 2. They first met in 2019, I believe.
Dude, I haven't missed the Usman title fight since. Okay, so I didn't really watch him on his come up, but the day he beat Woodley, I haven't missed the fucking title fight, and he's just only improved. Going back to that 2019 fight, I don't know, bro. He beat the shit out of Colby. I mean, it was a war, but it was like a war of attrition.
I mean, I guess it all depends, because you got to remember that going into that 5th round, it was 3-1 Usman, 2-2 even, and then 3-1 Colby.
Broken jaw.
But you know what? I've watched that, I think, already 3 times this week, and
was it a nut shot or not?
I don't think it was a nut shot, but
it hit the liver though, right?
I've come away every single time either it being 3-1 Colby or 2-2 going into that 5th, and then the most important round is in that 5th round. You notice Colby landed some good combos, a 4-punch, a 5-punch.
And the head kicks too, right?
It was, yeah, for sure.
He was throwing everything, bro.
The story of the fight was just power versus volume.
And then these two guys are known as wrestlers, right? Wrestling backgrounds, and they didn't use any of it. So, okay, taking that from the first fight, will they show some wrestling in this fight?
I still don't think so. I don't think so.
Covington will try to pull it out of his sleeve, but
right? Like, it'll be...
He's not going to need it. I don't think so.
Who wins the wrestling battle, you think, though? If there is wrestling. Right?
Usman would just seem too strong. I think Covington's biggest factor in a lot of this is speed. He's a little bit of a smaller guy, but I think he has faster hands, and he'd probably be able to outspeed in the grappling. I mean, but Usman's just way too strong. I'm telling you, the thing with the first fight was volume versus power, and at the end of the night,
I mean, that's
Usman's
how Colby usually wins, though. He's the guy that just
damage over time.
I mean, how did he beat Woodley? He kind of just wore him down, and then my rib. If you've never, that was the first time that shit's happened, right? No fighter has ever gave up like that, right?
I don't know, probably, but it was. It was just funny. It was my rib.
I mean, was it a rib injury?
Yeah, he broke a rib.
Oh, he really did. Okay.
and it was the bottom ones too.
No, but that's what I'm trying to say though. Like, if somebody breaks their ankle, we see it, but like with a rib injury, we don't fucking know until later. Yeah. So
that's another little storyline coming into this. You're talking about the broken jaw. Colby has been walking around saying that it was not a broken jaw. He never broke his jaw. That any pictures that you're seeing out there are photoshopped, and I think that's just a bunch of bullshit.
But in the fight, though, he thought that. I guess he took.
He said it himself.
Yeah, and then I don't know if it was just due to fatigue or Usman just kept landing that fucking. He throws a nasty straight. Ever since he was Whitman. Oh, something I want to bring up right now, Johnny. So Colby used to train at Top Team, and now he's at MMA Masters, and he's the only big guy there. But do you know who's came from that camp before?
Okay, I don't know that, but this is definitely another one of those big juicy things that I wanted to talk about.
Ooh,
that is just
lay it
adding
on
to
me,
the
buddy.
drama. The corners of both. First of all, from watching just all of Usman's like past fights, I think it adds to the drama that he doesn't sit down on the stool. He stands up and he gets like corralled by all of his fucking corners, so it makes it seem like it's real tense and stuff. But yeah, we know Usman has now gotten his striking a lot better with going to Trevor Whitman. But one thing that I've never seen anybody talk about is Colby Covington's corner during that first fight. There was already a lot of drama between him and AT&T, so who did he have in his corner? Conan Silveira, I believe his name, who is the head coach of Amanda Nunes, who's also there at AT&T.
He didn't have like Matt Brown or...
He didn't have anybody except for, I guess, AT&T's Brazilian team. And they're great coaches, but the chemistry wasn't there, and you could obviously see that because go back and check in between every single round. The only advice he can give him is, hey, Kobe, I need you to breathe. 5 more minutes. Let's just breathe and relax. Like, there was no actual... any technical talk that could actually help him.
In the press conference, he said, I know how to fucking breathe. Tell me some, coach me. Give me something to go up. He mentioned that.
And that's honestly Kobe's fault because he started all the drama that made his coaches not want to be with him. But
they didn't like his character.
But that's definitely one thing that, like, Kobe went out there and just fought his fight because as good as a corner as Conan is, all he told him, I just watched it like an hour ago, all he told him was just breathe, relax, 5 more minutes. There was no actual technical talk to help him.
So that's like a big factor in this fight, and it's the main factor I think to look at. Like, he's with the new team. He won his last fight with the new team. So, and by the way, so fighters that came from there, Anderson Silva, Overeem. So MMA Masters has trained. Like, I don't know if this was their like full camp. I know, Shuto Box that's where Anderson used to go to, but he's listed on here with MMA Masters. So, but now Colby's the main guy. We'll see. He's trained by Daniel Valverde and Caesar, another,
I was going to say,
Brazilians.
And my whole thing on Conan Silveira is not anything anti-Brazilian because I know all these guys are Brazilian. It's just there was no chemistry there at all. And
I think that's why he chose MMA Masters. He's like, well, Anderson Silva came from there, fucking one of the best fighters of all time. So, and then nobody else like notable trains there. So they, at AT&T, a huge gym, you have so many fucking star fighters, Poirier, Masvidal,
Amanda Nunes. Yeah, you have a bunch of people
so
that
it's hard to
the
focus
coaches are spreading their time on.
So, but bro, who do you got?
On the other side, though, like I said, I just rewatched Colby Usman 1, and
such a great fucking fight.
You hear Usman's corner saying, feint the jab, and follow with the cross. And he's doing it on an instant, landing that same combo back to back. Kamaru Usman is coachable as fuck, even in the middle of those firefights. And that's why he's gotten so good with Trevor Whitman and his striking now. The thing that I'm most afraid of...
He also spars with Gaethje, though. You think that helps?
Sure. I thought this Colby fight, the first one, it was probably the best thing for Kamaru because it showed everybody and himself that he can rely on the gas tank, throw a shitload of punches, take a lot of damage, land a lot of damage for 5 rounds. Nobody, if the cardio machine and Colby Covington can't stop him, nobody in the division is going to be able to stop him cardio-wise. You know what I mean? Nobody's going to be able to push the pace on him. So,
and we have seen Usman like take some shots and then also stagger, but he's very good at recovering. He's like, he reminds me of John Jones. John Jones, he knows how to escape the danger. Like when he's, I'm back.
I don't like people saying that Kamaru isn't hittable. I feel like he actually is hittable.
Gilbert Burns the fuck out of him.
He's got a great chin and he recovers really well.
I think he also takes punches on the right spot. He doesn't take them on the chin. He takes them like right here in the. I don't know if that's better. They say get a chin, neck, done. So I think he knows how to take shots. The way I see this playing out, bro, I would 3-1 favorite for Kamaru. Pretty heavy favorite. I'd say Kamaru wins it, and I think he stops him early. I would bet the under. I feel like Colby's going to probably, try to pressure him, but Usman, what he's shown from his last fights, knocking out Masvidal, knocking out fucking Gilbert Burns. Colby, I think, he's in over his fucking head here, bro.
Yeah, I 100% got to agree. Mostly because when you watch that first fight, a lot of Usman's success was coming off of linear attacks. Maybe not the first one; those jabs are missing. But then when he would double it up and then follow with the cross or throw that teep right up the middle, always landing. They were like glue.
He can take Colby's shots. And two, he's gonna wear. Colby's gonna get tired and he's gonna get frustrated. Kamaru's just gonna put it on him. He's just improved.
I think what we saw with the Gilbert Burns fights is now he's able to get off of the line, get off of the angle, and then deliver those same shots. Deliver those same shots. I think he is gonna have. Yeah, he's gonna stop Usman.
But
Covington.
The thing about that too, Johnny, is he can't when he fights these traditional like kickboxers like Masvidal or Gilbert Burns. He can set up with the the feint takedown, come over the top. But with Colby can defend that. So it's kind of like he's not worried about his. Nobody's really worried about their wrestling. And maybe they're gonna bang again.
And that was one thing in the Masvidal fight. You rewatch that, and he comes out there and just starts throwing hard to the point by the end of the first round, he looks super tired.
I want to rewatch that one.
Masvidal got to land a couple of punches just because he slowed down because he was just throwing nothing but power punches.
But the thing is, Masvidal was also paranoid about the takedown.
Yeah.
I don't think Colby's gonna be paranoid.
Within the first minute of the fight, it looks like Masvidal is already overthinking everything because he gets tagged up, and now Usman's starting to switch.
He's gonna go for the takedown. Yeah. So this one's gonna be a war. This might be the best fight of the year. I'm really looking forward to it. But I got Usman winning this is their second fight, the grudge match. Or it's not a grudge match, it's just their second. He's going to go 2-0.
Yeah, I got Usman, and if you're betting, I definitely stay away from this. Or actually go Usman. It's ridiculous to go against his stats of 18 wins in a row.
How do you see it ending? 5 rounds. 5 rounds.
Man, I want Covington to win. I want Covington to win. I feel like Usman's going to knock him out, man. If Covington wins, I'd definitely be happy about it.
I really wonder though, Colby, if he loses, like where the fuck does he go from here? Does he go down to lightweight? I don't know, because
I don't think you can make lightweight.
As long as Kamaru is in that division, he's not gonna.
But that's the same boat that everybody's in. Same with Masvidal. If Leon loses again, same with Leon.
Hamzat Chimaev.
Everybody, I come here for everybody. Kill everybody. I'm the champ. I'm the king. Kill everybody. Ah!
I want to slow burn that one. Slow burn it.
Okay, Kamaru versus Canelo, got it. Okay, let's go to our co-main event. Thug Rose ended this fight quick. Another rematch. It just caught her. People say like, oh, you just got caught. But I think she just, she's just a better fighter than Weili.
She was lucky.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Like with Corey Anderson and Jan Blachowicz, how he's like, oh, you got just a lucky punch. But I'm like, I don't fucking.
That's the one punch you needed.
Yeah, I don't fucking buy into that. It's timing.
Yeah.
It's reading your opponent. I just think Rose is a better fighter.
I disagree with you hard, bro.
No. I'm thinking about the stats. I saw Hawani talk about every champion that's lost their belt and's gotten the automatic rematch has lost except for one. Literally 9 out of 10 times they've lost. 90% times. Fucking.
So stats are against Rose?
Stats are against Weili Zhang.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, stats are for Rose,
lost the
and
belt.
then put a little extra butter on top of that biscuit. Rose Namajunas is 3-0 in rematches. Like, just think about what happened with Joanna. She knocked out Joanna in the first round, and then they did the automatic rematch, and she said, okay, now I'm going to beat you over 5 rounds decision. Yeah. And I think that's what we're going to see. The only thing that might change it for me is Weili Zhang is working with Henry Cejudo now. She's probably going to try and add more wrestling, but that's not what I want to see.
She has to fight her close. She has to make it a fucking brawl. Last time, when Rose knocked her out, she was fighting at a distance. That's Rose's game, like a taekwondo.
You see Zhang beat Andrade, another power puncher for the division. It was all inside, elbows on the inside, knees on the inside. But I don't want to see Weili Zhang try to go for a takedown. Rose, everybody forgets that she's super nasty from the ground. Her legs are like fucking octopus limbs. I think if Weili Zhang takes it to the ground, Rose will probably tap her. If not, Rose is gonna win this by decision.
Crazy how these styles work out, Johnny. How Rose had such a tough time beating Andrade, and she also lost Andrade. But with Weili, she knocked her out really early. Mm-hmm. And I just feel like this one might end the same way. 5 rounds. I see this ending in a second. Rose knocks her out again.
You think Rose is gonna knock her out again?
I feel like Weili might try the rush approach this time, be aggressive, and that's going to be her downfall.
She is gonna have to crush the space to have any success in the.
That's her
striking.
chance, but-
She's gonna have to get inside, but Rose is so masterful. Her fucking
You
foot.
think submit her too, right? She could also.
Yeah. That's why I don't like the takedown ideas. Rose decision and right
5
now.
rounds? Is he gonna go 5 rounds?
Yesterday, actually, Rose was plus money as the underdog. How the fuck you knock somebody out in 80 seconds with one strike and still become the underdog in the next fight? I don't know.
Well, no, it's close
No,
to
I said
pick up.
yesterday.
You're right. She is an underdog, minus 105 to minus 115. So very fucking close to pick up.
On DraftKings, she's plus 100. So that's
Yeah.
plus money. Take that.
I
Take
got
that,
you.
take that.
Yeah, I'm gonna do Rose on a parlay. I'll put her on a parlay. She seems kind of like a lock, right? She's close.
We were talking about retirements earlier, and the talk of the town is our boy,
The answer.
F.E., the Iron Man, Frankie Edgar. F.E., the Iron Man. You see what I did there? Frankie Edgar.
That's the fucking periodic thing for iron.
Yeah, bro.
Son of a bitch.
Yeah, Frankie Edgar.
This guy
Fuck
paid
yeah.
attention to chemistry,
This guy
bro.
paid attention to
I
chemistry.
fucking hated chemistry.
I only know that because I
No,
believe
you're right, though.
I believe way back in the day, Frankie Edgar had a fan shirt that said "Fe
Oh,
Frankie
gotcha,
Edgar," like if it was
gotcha.
periodic table. Yeah.
Good memory there.
He fights Chito Vera, another like a favorite of the new age. You know what I mean? Nobody really dislikes Chito. He's a cool guy.
He's already, solidified himself as a UFC competitor. Like he's not new. He's been in there. He's fighting back-to-back legends. He lost to Aldo his last fight, and now he's fighting Frankie.
But let's be real. After the Sean O'Malley fight, he's actually had some light shined upon him. You know what I mean? I think he was on the Latin Tough fight.
That's what literally gave him his,
But you're
we're
right.
watching-
He's been around since Latin Tough season 1.
Yeah,
so you're right.
We were watching him before. Yeah, I knew about him before the O'Malley fight, but that really put his name on the map, like to casual fans like Mike over there. But
Hey.
but Frankie, 40 years old. You said potential retirement, win or lose, right?
Yeah,
Like,
that's what everybody's saying. But fuck,
and
man,
he's looked a little chinny, right? Let's mention that. He got knocked out by the Korean Zombie, and then recently he got knocked out by Corey Sandhagen with that fucking vicious flying knee. I'll show you a little. Boom.
In case you missed it.
I don't want to see that. I as Frankie Edgar,
It seems so long ago when he was champ. But
last year when I was talking about lightweight goats and I left this guy out of
You
the
did.
conversation, how disrespectful,
He
man.
mauled BJ Penn.
Frankie Edgar was a beast. The Gray Maynard fight.
Remember when he beat the fuck out of Yair?
Yeah, dude, and
What-
Yair's eye was like, oh shit, I probably.
Dude, what happened
You
to
know
that?
what I mean? It was all.
But that was a while ago, though. I'm looking at it right now. It was in 2018, I believe.
I don't think Frankie Edgar is going to be able to get the takedown and hold Chito Vera down. I think Chito Vera has got not the most power at 135, but he lands good hard strikes, and
He's a
gonna be
grinder.
able to. He's going to be able to keep Frankie Edgar away. Hopefully, Frankie Edgar can lean on
Close
his
odds.
veteran skills and actually get the win. But I'd like to lean Chito Vera. If I was betting, I'd stay away from this one.
See, okay. Frankie, he's been knocked out. I don't think Chito has the knockout power to put Frankie away. Talking about like legends, I think the experience factor is going to be a thing. I feel like he's going to wrestle fuck him.
Frankie.
Yeah, Frankie's going to wrestle Marlon, and, that's going to be his key to victory. I don't see him getting caught like he did against Sandhagen. Sandhagen's the only guy who throws fucking knees like that. Do you remember how he got knocked out against Jung? I don't remember. Was it a punch? TKO.
Kick to the head.
Yeah, but then again, Korean Zombie he's a fucking warrior, and he has knockout power. Marlon doesn't really show knockout power. He's like, he'll grind you down and basically make you quit.
Yeah.
But Frankie, that motherfucker doesn't quit. You have to put him out. I'm gonna go Frankie on this one. He's plus 135. Experience, bro. 40 years old. He just turned 40, so.
I'm going Chito. He, like I said, he
The
might
old
not
guard.
have. He might not have the power, but he'll have enough to.
40-year-old won last week. Glover, the champ, and now 40-year-old Frankie. The 40-year-olds, bro.
Yeah, this is 40-year-olds at 135 pounds.
I know they move so fast.
Fuck.
It's different when you're big, right?
Yeah.
And Chito, bro, only 28, bro. He has a lot of fight left in him. But I don't think Franco will retire. Anyway, let's move on. Shane Burgos, Billy Q. We saw Billy Q fight, right? No,
We saw Shane Burgos.
Shane
fight.
Burgos fight, right?
But I've been high on Billy Q since he joined the UFC.
I know, you will not shut the fuck up about him.
Even though he lost, I think 2 fights ago. I'm going Billy Q with this fight. We saw Shane Burgos live in person get knocked out by
I was yelling.
Edson Barboza.
A
And
delayed reaction knockout.
yeah, when he runs or when he falls back into the fence,
It's scary.
and then hits his back of his head.
And we saw one recently in the Contender Series with that backspin kick. Did you see it?
Yeah.
So another like delayed reaction, like it's just so weird. I don't know if it's due to like weight cutting or because they absorb the shot and then a second like Shane.
Well, Shane Burgos is a huge 145er.
Oh,
He's got the size on
that's
him. He
crazy.
should probably be fighting at 155. And then
That's a lot of
right
weight.
before the Edson Barboza, look, it shows Edson Barboza knocking
Oh
him out
my
right
God.
there. They know what we want.
We saw that shit live.
But before the Edson Barboza fight, he got knocked out.
No,
by the,
unanimous.
oh, unanimous
But
decision?
I think he
But-
survived getting knocked out.
Yeah. Josh Emmett beat the shit out of him. I think I remember it wanting to be stopped, so
So
that's
he has-
probably why I thought it was a knockout.
And he hasn't really been active. I know, COVID last year, but he hasn't had a win since literally 2 years ago, November 2nd, 2019, against Amir Khani.
He's coming back pretty quick. The loss to Edson Barboza
Was it
was back
May?
in March. Or
May, yeah.
Um,
So it's been a few months.
Billy Q
It wasn't-
takes good shots, and he's gonna stay right in his face the whole time. Billy Q's a underdog, and I think he's gonna be able to stay right in his face and just beat him up and actually win this by decision or maybe choke him out on the floor. I'm going Billy Q, baby.
Going Billy Q. I'm gonna go Shane Burgos. I pulled for him so hard, and I thought he was doing really good against Barboza. He
did all right.
He had
He
good
did all right.
moments against Barboza, but that was just a weird knockout. I don't know. I feel like maybe he should fight up. He's, I mean, these guys are the same height,
Shane Burgos gets hit way too much.
but it
for
looks
that.
like Shane. He's a lot bigger. like stockier, muscle mass.
Brother, hit too much, brother.
Yeah. So Billy Q, he's still pretty young, right? He is the underdog plus 165, but I'm gonna go with Shane, the 30-year-old. He's been there a little bit longer. And I feel like he's due for one. He's lost two straight, two notable names, Josh Emmett and Barboza. He had a win, 2 years ago. I feel like he's due for one. You know what I'm
He
saying?
ain't gonna get it though. He ain't gonna get
His
it.
records are-
And we are opening up the main card with fire. Order the pay-per-view
Fire.
late. Open up different internet tabs. Make sure that you,
For what?
so that you have your bets and stuff. Yeah. What are you
Okay.
thinking of?
I thought you were gonna say you
Make
were streaming.
no. We don't do that. Here. We
I kind
pay.
of like that this fight,
Is opening the
Yeah,
card?
it's fucking.
Yeah.
For Trevor Whitman, right?
Yeah, because Trevor Whitman, he has 3 fighters on this card.
being Usman and Rose, and what we're talking about is
Gaethje.
Justin Gaethje versus Michael Chandler
highlight.
opening up the pay-per-view. Yeah, grab all your snacks, get all that shit done at the beginning of the prelims because this fight is going to
Do you
be
think the winner, Johnny?
fire.
Do you think the winner though will do a backflip off the? Because both of them do it. The backflip off the fucking cage.
That should be a prop.
Right? But remember when Chandler did, he almost blew out his fucking knee. So Gaethje could do a little bit. And don't you get fined for that shit? I think, right?
Fined, yeah.
Yeah,
I'm
right.
sure they don't give a fuck.
You're right. Data's like, we'll fine you, but not really, though. We'll just say we fine.
How about Khamzat Chimaev getting on top and just standing like he's Jesus in Brazil? That was pretty cool.
Kill everybody! No, that's so scary.
That wasn't pretty cool.
I know, that was scary.
Justin Gaethje versus Michael fucking Chandler.
These guys
man.
don't like each other, right?
Not at all, not one bit.
Oh, man. It's the brawler against, they're both brawlers, but Chandler has, and they both have wrestling backgrounds, but it's just like Gaethje's like fucking, he fights like that guy from Southpaw. I've said it before, Jake Gyllenhaal, where he's just absorbing shots, but anytime you hit him, he just like gets stronger, and he fires back, bro. That's the thing. Gaethje knows how to fire back. Chandler, we saw him lose against Olives. He almost had that first round win. Second round, Charlie just comes in and he just catches him with a check hook, right? Mm-hmm. And then he chases Chandler around the fence, finishes him. So Chandler, I don't know, man. I think Chandler in that fight, he blew his load. You know what I'm saying? He got tired. He tried hard to finish, Charlie Olives, and then he wasn't ready for that second round, bro.
No, he wasn't, bro. He threw that 1-2 to the body. It was actually 1-2 to the body. Coming back, didn't bring his hand up. Check left, knocked his ass out. Well, dropped him. Then he got finished.
He
what did
almost
we
the
see?
champion.
What did we see at the very beginning of that Charlie Olives fight? What was the very first strike thrown? Do you remember?
Leg kick.
Big leg kick.
And we heard it from
Big
sounded
leg
like a baseball
kick.
bat.
Dropped him. I mean, he was moving forward off of his balance, but he dropped him. Yeah, he dropped Michael Chandler with a big leg kick. Now, tell me,
That moment.
what does Justin Gaethje do best?
he fucking swings his arms around like a
brawls
fucking
and
Yeah.
throws leg kicks on the inside, outside, throws leg kicks from everywhere.
Against Khabib, he was landing some mean leg kicks.
People say he was one leg kick away from winning that fight.
Nah, brother, he got smashed. Wait, was that a first round finish or second?
It sounded like you were an Irish dude saying that. It sounded like you were
Maybe
an
I
Irish
was. Nah, brother.
Second round. He lost in the second round. But yeah,
He didn't do too well that fight,
nobody
though.
has
Besides the leg kicks.
Nobody has the grappling level of Khabib, but
Islam.
it seemed like Khabib cut through fucking Gaethje like a hot knife as soon as he got him on the floor and got both of those submissions.
It looked like a
super
black
quick.
belt against the, like a blue belt. You know,
Yeah.
like, dude, and it kind of pisses me off. I don't know, when I watch that fight, it's like Gaethje just really like fell into the fucking, because when,
Well, I mean, he put literally all fours on the floor to just try and get up.
how did Khabib lock it in? He was in mount, right, or something like that, and then he locked it in and then rolled back,
Mm-hmm.
and then it looked like Gaethje kind of just like fell into it. I'm like, I don't know, maybe Gaethje thought he could stack him.
No, Khabib locked it in when he was on top of him. He locked it in and leaned back for more pressure. It was done. But
I don't think so.
The thing is with Michael Chandler having a black belt and having a great collegiate wrestling
He also takes
background,
fucking risks.
He also takes risks. Can he not only get Gaethje to the ground but also submit him?
That's what I love
Can
about
he
Chandler.
get on his back? No, nobody's buying that.
I'm not buying that, bro.
So what's the MMA math here? So Chandler fought Alvarez, and they were one apiece, right? Mm-hmm. They didn't have a third fight, right? But what is it? Gaethje also lost to, right? What's
Eddie Alvarez.
Eddie Alvarez. So there's the MMA math there. And I remember Eddie Alvarez also told Chandler, he said, "You don't want to fight Gaethje. That guy's a fucking tornado of fucking chaos." Eddie.
He's a Tasmanian devil, bro.
Eddie beat him, but Eddie said that was like one of the toughest fucking, like he wanted to quit in that, like that. That's what Gaethje does. He makes you want to fucking quit. And the only people that can, unless you're Khabib, you're just a fucking menace. But how did Poirier beat him? Remember, they're just slugging it out. I feel like you need to be a fucking, and Michael Chandler
You literally need to stay calm in the storm and be able to pick your shots. Get away when you can. If you're in the fire, fucking land your shots and just try to get out. Because that's what happened with Dustin. Dustin fucking, he's the diamond, bro.
And he was
When
out on
he's
his feet
got
too,
that
right?
Pressure,
Like, that's the thing about Justin too. You're not gonna put him out. He's gonna he could be out on his feet, still punching you, and the rest like, all right, that's it. Like putting Gaethje.
Who has more power, Justin Gaethje, Michael Chandler?
Chandler has a mean overhand.
He's got more power for sure, but
I think Gaethje.
how many times has Michael Chandler fought in the UFC?
Twice.
2 times.
Hooker
2 times.
knocked out Hooker in the first
We're
round.
talking about Justin Gaethje, who went toe-to-toe with Khabib just a few years ago.
That was the last fight. Both of these guys are coming off of title losses.
Hey, this casual's got a really good take right now.
Bro, I mean, that's just saying, like, who the fuck?
Yeah, what Chandler
You know
could
what I said
have.
about Chandler and
Chandler
the
could have.
I was gonna say
Fuck
it's.
that shit, bro.
We got Mike behind the camera, real anti-Chandler, and he wants Islam to get that title shot.
Have you
I
seen?
don't like how he got a fucking title shot so fast.
I know. Dana White privilege. Remember? Tony called him out on that.
You know, white privilege.
So who you got?
I got Islam Makhachev. I'm just kidding. I'm gonna go with Justin here, man. I feel like
Yeah, I got Justin too.
Chandler showed that he's a little chinny. He can take,
Yeah.
and then Gaethje's just gonna be fucking too much for him, bro.
Well, one of y'all said earlier about another fighter, the experience is what's gonna win it.
And a 3-round fight, so that means they're gonna go balls to the wall. I don't see.
Yeah, they're not gonna fucking hold anything.
There's not
back.
gonna be a feeling out process, you know.
No, especially
They called each
since
other out when they did that interview with each other, where he's like, "I can't wait to smash your fucking face."
Right.
Whatever
I can't-
he told him, like,
I can't wait to
so
punch you.
fun.
And Chandler always tries to be, he's a role model, right? He's like,
how about the records almost being the same in 22-3 for Gaethje, 22-6 for Chandler?
these guys are a lot of experience for both these guys. No,
Damn, boy.
3 more fights, 3 more losses for Chandler. Fuck, man. As much as I do think
Who you
Gaethje's
calling?
gonna win, I want to go with Chandler. I'm gonna lock it in right here.
2-1
I want
Gaethje
Chandler to
favorite,
win.
though.
I know, man. Big underdog.
would you put this on a parlay?
No. Fuck no.
Right.
Dude, this
This is
could
coin flip, right?
imagine these guys beat the shit out of each other and go the distance. Imagine one of them knocks the other out, the other
But
like
even
I'm
the
not-
over/under is hard as fuck.
Yeah, no, fuck that. You stay away from this
Yeah,
as far away as you
fucking
can.
bad news. But I got fucking Gaethje 2-1 favorite minus 210. Chandler plus 175. You got Chandler, right?
Yeah.
How?
Knockout, bro. Submission in the second
I'm
round.
going first round knockout.
We are into the prelims now, but we also had some bets and parlays we were thinking about. You want to use those to maybe get into some of the depth of the prelims?
Okay, so who do you consider locks? Looking at the early prelims to throw all the way to the main card.
Locks, Dustin Jacoby, hands down,
Let's talk about one prelim fight.
against John Allen. Go ahead and bring out your prelim fight, Mike.
O'Malley versus Paiva.
That's not on this card.
That's in December, I believe.
That's the next.
I think that was this fucking week, bro.
No, this is Ian Gary, bro.
Yeah.
Ian Gary. Oh, he's the next Conor McGregor.
I've been fucking waiting for Paiva to fight again.
Paiva versus Sean O'Malley.
Ever since he beat Matrix, right?
I thought that was on Saturday.
Dude, and Matrix had him, bro, but he got tired.
Fuck yeah. That was
Kyler's a good
fucking
fighter.
Crazy
What do you
fight.
say, Mike? He's like a baby with a beard, right?
He looks like
Kyler
a fucking
Phillips.
baby in a man's body.
Exactly.
Oh well. Later, guys. I thought that was this week.
All right. Hey, but Ian Gary, though, right?
Ian Gary, I honestly haven't seen any of his footage or anything like that, but supposedly he's a true one. He's a real one coming in.
Only
But if we-
23 years of age, but he's 7-0, Cage Warriors champion, and he's fighting Jordan Williams, who's 2 straight losses ever since he. Remember when he won his contender series?
Yeah.
Give me my contract.
And he's got diabetes.
I love. That was actually cool when he did that, but he's had a rough, stay. Has he lost to like big names though? Like who is? So 2 straight losses. He fights with diabetes. Give him props for that, right?
That's why he's your favorite fighter.
We always mention that. So he lost to Mickey Gall and then a guy Imanov. A Russian guy. So
if he's losing to Mickey Gall, it's not a good thing.
Mickey Gall's good, bro.
Ian
I don't like
Gary's
Mickey-
gonna win this easy.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
That's a lock. Another lock is Phil Hawes. Everybody talks about him being the champion of the freaking training room.
Blonde hair too,
So
bro.
he's another blonde hair